Hi everyone. My name is Julia, and I'm currently working at preschool. So I just wanted to share about my field. What do I do at preschool? What's my job as a teacher? And why am I working with children? And all the answers from God given to me. So basically what I do is, as everyone went to preschool, you will probably know what I do. So pretty much like I do take care of children. So doing lesson plans, artwork almost every day with children, and take care of all the areas that children play, such as like manipulative, dramatic play area, library, writing area, and so on. And we normally change the theme every month. So say this month we have market theme. So the first week we learn fruits. Second week it's like exotic fruits. Third week vegetables. Fourth week we review and something like that. And also dismissal, which is important because we can have a relationship with parents, and we can let them know how the children were doing, if they were feeling good or bad, like they had something like boo-boo report or like behavior report or something like that. And okay. So how I got into this field, I've always loved to be with children since I was young, especially like infant, toddler, and like preschool aged. I love to be with them. And I have a brother, 8 years younger than me. I remember that I took care of him a lot when he was born, except changing diaper. I love to take care of him. I always wanted to wake him up when he's asleep, which my mom hated, because I wanted to play with him. As I grew older, I had one question. I knew that God is with me and protecting me, and He's guiding my life. But like, why majority of people who are succeeded, they are very talented, like they have like authority in real life. I don't know, really, and something like that. But in my church, what I saw was most of people at my church who believe God, they were poor, suffering from money, reality, and unhappy lives. And finally, they leave church. So I was once worried, what if God does not exist? And I asked my mom, what if Buddha is real? and the God we believe is not real. And my mom was like, are you serious? Is that even a question? And then that was it. Maybe she didn't know how to explain. So I just thought that I shouldn't think so deeply, and I just thought that I have to believe what I believe now, which was also God's answer, that I didn't choose wrong way. I didn't know what to do in the future. I just went to school. I just studied because I had to. I was worried as I grew older because I still didn't know what to do and what I want to do or what I'm good at. So once I got into college, I had to decide my major. So I decided as my favorite subject, which is early childhood education. And it didn't take long time to choose because that's the only thing that I wanted to do. So as I was learning and studying, I started to be kind of more like addicted to this field. I started to more like it, and I was seeing a lot of problems and how people solve the problems through their power, like power of human, something like that. And but I knew that there are problems that people can't solve, so it was more interesting for me because I knew and I had the answer to solve all the problems that people have. Okay. I liked and enjoyed learning, but I was concerning if I should decide to go this field as my career or something else. So I started to pray as I was worried a lot. I prayed for a long period because I couldn't decide. Then I had the answer from God after a while. That at that moment, from the pulpit message, God gave me these words that I have to save remnants and next generation. So I heard this as God's answer. God gave me the heart for the children, especially for remnants at our church. I was truly having the hurt that I really want to support and help children to live their life as a child of God. I sometimes don't want to come to church because I am tired. I don't want to get up from the bed, and I don't know much. Also, I don't know much about Bible, which is a shame as a teacher. And I wasn't ready to be a teacher either at church or preschool. But as God gave me the heart for remnants, God opened the door for me to be a teacher at our church and preschool and gave me strength to be a teacher. As I started working, I could see the problem of Genesis chapter 3, which is self-centered. So a lot of teachers and parents are Christian in our preschool. A lot of teachers and parents are all Christian mostly and go to church, but they choose everything for their own joy and believe that they made the child because they gave a birth and choose and can raise by their effort. Also, many teachers started to look for another job after a few years or change their field to earn more money because preschool doesn't pay you well. So a lot of people forget the reason why they started to work with children, and even Christians lose God's promise that He will take care of your life, but follow money and authority, which is also Genesis chapter 3 and 11 problem. I'm still not a professional teacher. Children often see and tell me, Julia, you should know this and that because you're a teacher. And then at first I was like, oh my God, I'm not ready for this and something like that. But now when children ask me, Julia, you should know this and that, I'm like, we learn together. And it's true. So even though I'm not ready and lack of many things, God sent me as a teacher and gives me strength as a teacher every day through message and prayer. Sometimes I lose self-confidence because Satan attacks me every time. When children call me as a teacher, I feel like weird because I feel like I'm nothing. But I pray throughout the week to gain more strength and really know the reason why I am working with children. And when I come to church and attend worship, I find myself as a very valuable and important person at anywhere because I have gospel. God chose me to be a remnant, which is the most important thing in my life, and chose me to save next generation. So, and one time a child was sitting down when everyone was playing outside, and so I went to him to ask why is he not playing together with friends. And I asked, why don't you go play with friends? And then he said, Julia, I see a ghost. So I asked, where? And then he said, at the wall, there are white ghosts. And we have blue wall and white cloud sticker on it. He thought the white cloud sticker is a ghost. So I asked, have you ever seen a ghost before? And he said, yes, from television. So, but he looked pale and scared. He looked really scared. So he's like, something like that. So I was worried, and I prayed for him and explained that it is not. And then I kept seeing children as unbeliever status, and which seem really like anxiety. And also I have a child who is not potty trained yet, and which is sad because, and he still doesn't speak well. It's very slower than others because everyone can communicate but except him. So most of teachers and children can communicate with him. Means he normally plays by himself. And when we teachers think it is really important to let parents know that your child is a little slow and need to be potty trained to go to kindergarten, but they seem don't care. I felt sad that his parents don't care, but they have 4 kids. His dad doesn't work. Just staying at home, even though he has 4 kids and smokes at home. So I smell cigarette through the child's clothes. And when the child comes in the morning and sits with children in a carpet to do the circle time, children goes like, I smell poop, and they close nose. But I was like, I felt so bad. I truly believe and see that there are many children and parents need gospel and prayer. I pray during teacher's break time. Every teachers get 10 minutes break. I take 5-minute break and then 5 minutes to pray for school. And then during that time, when everyone went to sleep, I call everyone's name and pray for them. It was hard at first, at the beginning, but I really felt that they need prayer. And the school need prayer. And I believed that there is only one person, which is me, can pray for them at school. I pray because I believe in God. I believe that God will open the door for me to share gospel with all the teachers and children as well as their parents. Also, I believe that God sent me there and will use me as a witness. So as I was praying, God gave me a few goals. The first one is to have regional church at school once a week with teachers, and after that I want parents to participate too. When I think about it, it's impossible. It's really a big dream for me, but when God works, I'm sure it will happen. And so what I can do is keep pray and enjoy God's message. Also, I pray to have worship time once or twice a week with children at school, so that our school can really be a school that God wants. Yes, that's pretty much all. Thank you.